Hi everyone, welcome in. If you're new, welcome back. If you've been here before, I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today we are going to do a pick a pile. So it's going to be based on picking which spray you are more attracted to. These are my aura sprays. Today is Tuesday, September 10th, and this is obviously general, but if you're attracted to, the title of this video and then you are attracted to one of these sprays, you will just choose it. We'll do this one first. This is Mother Mary. This is Mother Mary Harbor Light Spray. It's kind of a pink and purple bottle. And before I do the reading, I will use the spray to connect in. And pile 2 is going to be the Dragon Spray. This is Wood Dragon Connection and Support Spray. And as you know, this is the year of the green wood dragon. So before I do that message, I will connect in with that aura spray. Okay. All right. So just think about it for a moment. Think about which one you're attracted to, Mother Mary, Harbor Light Pink, or the green one, the Wood Dragon Connection and Support Spray. Okay? All right. So we will set this pile aside. Now, these are pre-shuffled. I concentrated on Mother Mary and to see which decks she wanted to use. And then she gave me the cards from that deck that she wanted to use. Okay. All right. So we will begin now with pile 1. The Mother Mary message for today. I hope you're all doing well. Please do remember to give the video a like, a share. If you'd like to subscribe, I have a lot of pick a card readings and playlists for everything. I am trying to grow my channel by 15 more subscribers by the end of the year. Not a huge goal, but little by little I'm getting there. So I thank you for that. I thank everybody for coming to my channel, for taking the time to watch my videos and content. I thank you for your comments. I do acknowledge every single one. I read every single one and answer when appropriate. Okay. All right, Mother Mary, here we go. All right, from the Saints and Mystics deck, Florence Scovel Shinn, Intuition. You all know this was the very first card. Well, if you've watched me before, when I bought this deck, Mother Mary led me to that deck. That was the very first card that I ever pulled from the deck. The second time I pulled it, I got very interested in learning more about her. And then I ended up buying a book that included 3 of her books. And there we go. I still use her mantras now. So, intuition. She was one of the first people that had groups of people that she would teach about mantras, about visualization, about manifestation, about tuning into your intuition. And I'll get the book out in just a moment. So 3 oracle cards to begin. The next card is You Are a Bright Energy and Color Uplifts You. You are a bright energy and color uplifts you. The next card is Mercy. Go figure. This is the card that I say reminds me the most of Mother Mary in this deck. Right? Wow. Okay. All right. So let's look at Florence Scovel Shinn, Intuition. I thought these cards had numbers on them. 25, which is a 7, which is reflection. The Enchantress of Words Divine. Yeah, words are very, very important. Florence Scovel Shinn was an American writer, artist, and spiritual teacher, known for her books on metaphysical studies and philosophies. Florence was a woman who immersed herself in the world of art, illustrations, and the New Thought movement. which holds the perspective of an infinite intelligence inhabiting universally in all living things. Her authored works center on the connection between the mind and spirit by enacting positive thought and verbal affirmations to affect and change one's life conditions spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Florence held well-attended lectures addressing in depth the process and practicality of affirming power from thought to word. Thoughts become things. And applying its uses to attain prosperity, forgiveness, faith, success, and healing. Her concepts of life as a divine game transformed the way people applied their own personal power then and now. Yeah, so I keep running into people that are aware of her and her teachings. It's so funny. So spiritually, Florence stimulates powerful manifesting energies and enhances experiences with the cosmic consciousness. She is effective in tapping into channels of healing energies and aids progress with spiritual lessons in life. She works predominantly from the heart, throat, and third eye. The biggest thing about her is that how important words are. How important what you speak, what you think, and what you say, how much that can affect your life and the life of others around you. It's, we have to think before we speak, so to speak, I was going to say. We really have to think about our words. What are we saying out loud? What are we thinking? Okay, because that affects everything. Your frequency, what you manifest, your experiences in life, your words are potent. And this is just a reminder from Mother Mary that you are a bright energy and that color uplifts you. This is also a 7. This is a 16, which when you add it is a 7. So you have a 7, a 7 with Florence and a 7 with the Starry Beginnings card. 7s are reflection. What do you need to think about? What do you need to reflect on right now? That's very important for whatever reason for this group, for pile 1, the Mother Mary group. Really important right now for you to reflect on what you're saying and what you're thinking. Rein that in. Are you having negative thoughts about yourself or others? It's time to stop that. Mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. And this is also a reminder that when you're saying words or thoughts about another, you're also saying it and giving it to yourself. This is why it is so important not to speak in anger or hate, because we are one. We are a collective, right? And we have to be mindful of what we are saying and thinking at all times, because we're affecting ourselves as well as those around us. Thank you, Mother Mary. Okay, let's get to the Tarot. Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Sun, the King of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Boy, that Four of Cups is coming up a lot. I think there's a lot of people in the collective that aren't recognizing offers when they come in. So the Page of Pentacles, this could be a new job opportunity, some sort of a new offer, but it could also be some sort of a promotion in your job, so you have a learning curve there. Pages are messengers, so you could be getting a message about money, about your job, something to do with that. They're also innocent, childlike, novice-like. Okay, starting out, they're similar to the Fool, because they're sort of beginners, but this is in the earth element, okay? And then you have the Chariot. This can represent Cancer. This is also a number 7. Go figure. So now you have 3 sevens in your reading. So sevens may be important. Be on the lookout for 777, 777, something like that. 777 also often represents luck because of the gambling, whatever those things are called. I can't think of it, where you pull the arm down, slot machines. But this card represents a victory, but then a riddle or a conundrum of how to go forward, right? Because sphinxes don't pull chariots. So while there is a victory here, there is something to think about before going forward or realizing that full victory. And then the sun. The sun represents, it can be a representative of Leo. Even though the strength card is Leo, whenever I see the sun, I always think of Leo because Leo is ruled by the sun. But in this format, the sun represents being comfortable with what you have, being appreciative of what you have, even though it may not be 100% what you want. You may not have 100% reached your goal, but you are grateful for all the things that you have, all of your blessings, right? And then we have the King of Swords. This is a very matter-of-fact king. This is a masculine energy of thoughts, right? Words, okay? Intellect, all right? So this kind of goes right along with the Florence Scovel Shin. Words are her thing. Words are the thing of the King of Swords. This is representing air signs, okay? But oftentimes this can represent somebody very intellectual and meticulous, an accountant, a lawyer, could be a doctor, somebody who works with numbers, somebody who works with contracts. It could represent your boss, or it possibly could represent you. But this king is at the ready, but he's also ready to tell it like it is. So he has the one sword. One sword represents truth to me whenever it comes up in a card. In that suit, if the card has one sword, there is a truth or an element of truth to whatever's going on. And what I'm hearing is truthful in your words to others and yourself. Truthful in your words to others and yourself. The next card is the Page of Cups. Again, this is another page. This is a messenger. It could be a message about your loved ones, your love life, because cups are emotion. This represents water signs. But again, this is a novice. This is a beginner. This is an innocent, childlike person, besides being a messenger. So those 2 pages there, I feel like really there is a message that is trying to get through to you about your work, about your emotions, right? So let me just try to tune in here. Seeing things with new, fresh eyes, seeing things with innocent eyes, getting rid of the jadedness that you may have in an area about life, about love, about your work. Okay, so it's kind of like they're giving me like a clean slate sort of in these matters. So at work, maybe you need to go in and just look at it differently. I've had to do that previously at a job where I thought, I just can't stand going in and doing this. I had to sort of pray and meditate about being able to keep going there because I needed the job. But how can I survive there? How can I see it differently? And it worked, right? So some of you may need to do that with those that you love. There could be something going on with a loved one, and you need to see it in a different perspective, in a more innocent way. I don't know why they're giving me this message, but obviously somebody needs it. So there's something that you need to look at with fresh eyes, okay? The Chariot, small victory, could be Cancer, as I said. But with this victory, you have to make a decision or a choice. The Sphinxes are sort of opposing. There's a silver and a gold, or a pewter and a bronze, however you want to look at it. and they're different, right? So you may be pulled in a couple of different ways with something. Not, I'm not getting what that is. Okay, bright energy, words, compassion, kindness. What you give, you also receive. All right, we'll come back to that. And then being comfortable with what you have, right? Just knowing that, okay, I am grateful for what I have. It may not be 100% of what I want right now, but I'm still grateful. Being comfortable with that. Just being comfortable knowing that you don't have to have 100% of what your goal is at the moment. You can be grateful step by step by step as you go. Okay? All right, the last card that came out is the Four of Cups. Okay, this is fours are stability or stagnation, and he's sitting there with his book, with his cups lined up. Out of nowhere comes this offer. This is also an emotional offer, but he doesn't see it. He's not seeing the offer. And kind of what they're showing me with this page here and this Four of Cups here, they're kind of showing me somebody is offering you peace, a truce, something that they're saying, it's like an agreement to move forward differently. So I don't know if this is with your spouse, your kids, but there's something coming in emotionally where you're going to see it differently. And the offer is to be different, to do things differently. Geez, Spirit, you got to help me out with this. It's like sitting down and having a discussion with compassion and mercy with your spouse, your partner, your child, somebody. It could be your boss, but it's kind of emotional, so I'm thinking it's probably not that. It could be a very good friend. Maybe you've had an argument with them. Maybe you don't see things the same in politics or the metaphysical or whatever, and you want to stay friends, but in order to do that you kind of have to come to some sort of agreement. Somebody's got to come forward with the white rose, right, with the truce. Okay, so this seems to be a lot about words, right? A lot of this has to do with words, conversations, agreements, being more compassionate, more merciful, more understanding. While you are a bright energy and color is wonderful and it makes you feel good, you still have these things that need to be worked out. Yeah, I didn't pull any. Obviously, I didn't know what these cards were when they came out, and I'm trying to hone in on the message. Still being comfortable. So being comfortable, that Sun card could also have to do with a relationship. And I have talked about this before, that people love differently. And sometimes we expect somebody to love like we love, and they're not capable of it. That could be where this this is coming in. Okay. Mother Mary and Spirit, can you clarify the Chariot? Okay, the Hermit. That's Virgo's card, but that is going within. That is listening to your gut, which we have been talking about a lot recently. Anything else you want to say about the Chariot? It's like they want you to have a gut feeling about what your next move should be, what you should do next. That you need to tune in on something. So some of you, who's ever reading this resonates with, some of you have a choice coming up. You feel like you got into a place where you can make a choice. They're showing me choice of which house to buy, choice of which car to buy, choice. That's all I'm hearing. And the Chariot isn't typically portrayed that way. Okay, then you have a Sagittarius card, and then you have Eight of Wands. Okay, so when you tune in about this choice, right, when you go within, into hermit mode, into meditation mode, into gut feeling mode, you're going to get that mark. This is perfect balance, right? So that's funny to get with where we just said those sphinxes are different and they're sort of pulling in two ways. Then you have, as a clarifier, Sagittarius card, which is perfect balance. And that's the order that I pulled those cards in. So you're going to have to remember to balance things out. Don't go off too far on one side or too far on the other. Try to stay middle of the road with mercy, with compassion, with your thoughts, with your words, and you will get to your goal, right? You will hit it. You will hit the target. You will get to the goal with this Eight of Wands, this action card. So the feeling they're giving me about this overall reading is that some of you are disenchanted with a certain relationship or a job, something like that, and you really need to begin to see how your own thoughts, your own words are affecting the situation, right? You need to take that all in, right? Remember the innocentness of the pages, right? Remember seeing an offer or allowing a clean slate, allowing an apology, something like that, because words and words, compassion and mercy, being grateful, being comfortable. Okay, so the animal card is Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. Hello. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. It's time for a clean slate, guys and gals. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Okay, so that ties in a lot of what we were just talking about. You can persevere through this. You can tune in. Your love will endure, right? You may have to forget about the past. Go with a clean slate, okay? Your soul is very strong. So that we do know. All right. Be on the lookout for how you can change your perspective, okay? Balance, go within. All right, well, I hope this has helped. And now we will move on to the dragon pile. Okay, so for those of you who chose the dragon, let me just use the spray. Tune in to the dragons. I was just listening to a video on another channel about connecting with dragons. It was pretty interesting. Okay, so here we are, pile 2. Whoever chose the dragons, let's see what you have. Number 16, which is a 7, destruction, releasing your anger. Releasing your anger. And then from the Dragon Riders, Raphael and Tobit, number 30, this is a 3. 7's a reflection, 3's are creation and collaboration. Raphael has spoken. My name means God heals, and I am sending you my light. You will receive the gift of divine order on every level. Beautiful green. Green is the color of the heart chakra. It is a healing color. So, releasing your anger and receiving healing. Wow. And then from the Avalon deck, the Animal Guides of Avalon, you have 18, which is a 9. That is accomplishment and getting to the end of a cycle. The Cat. Independence and healthy boundaries. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, dragons, for tying that all in. So some of you have a situation that you may be angry about, and you need to kind of heal from that. Carrying around anger is not healthy for anyone. Sorry, I'm looking for the book. So when we're angry, we put out a vibration that is not healthy at all for us or for anyone around us. It doesn't do us any good whatsoever. We have to find ways to release anger. I've been there myself recently. Okay, so I understand that when we get angry, it's very difficult, especially me as a fire sign, sun sign, and a fire sign rising. When my anger is up, it's really hard for me to rein it in. And sometimes I can't even get to sleep if I'm angry about something. So, from the Star Dragon Oracle, destruction, releasing your anger. Okay, the constellation is Orion. Descend upon and smite your enemies with a vengeance and a furious anger. Oh boy. Let it out. It's been bottling up inside you, and the time has come. Unleash the beast and leave the town smoldering if necessary. You've been holding it in for a while. Find a constructive outlet, preferably. Okay, so obviously, we're not going to go out and burn down a town, but so they're saying find a constructive outlet, okay? Whatever it is. Is it running? Is it playing baseball or volleyball? Is it going to the beach? Is it going outside and just screaming at the top of your lungs? Once you let that energy out, then you can rein it in and meditate and be softer with it. Right? Harness your inner goddess Kali. Smash and tear things apart with reckless abandon and wanton disregard. The time has come to annihilate the old world to make room for the new. Okay? So what they're saying and what I'm hearing is you need to destruct the anger within you. Okay? So they're not saying outwardly go and destroy the person you're angry at or the situation. You need to destroy and tamp down the anger within you. And that's exactly what they're showing me. They're actually showing me like a burning building inside and a dragon stomping it out with this. Okay, so we need to figure out a way to stomp down our anger and get rid of it, right? Releasing it, bottling it up is not always good. That's why people do things like boxing, running, jogging, walking, because we can release the energy that we're feeling. So destroy what no longer serves you in your life, right? Tear down the old so that you may be renewed and restored. Smash the things to pieces. Break it down so you can build it back up. Okay, so they're obviously, this message it was a little forceful. I don't remember reading that before, funny enough. So you need to destroy the anger that is within you so that you can move on in a more positive way, okay? And, with this next card, Raphael, once you know that you're going to stomp out the anger that you have by whatever means, if you need to punch the air, run, jog, do some jumping jacks, let some energy out, okay? And then call on Raphael for that healing. Call on the green dragon, right? My name means God heals, and I am sending you my light. You will receive the gift of divine order on every level. Okay? So destroy the anger within you, and then call on your green heart chakra, right? To help you get through that. And then, like the cat, have healthy boundaries so that maybe that anger doesn't have to happen. A lot of times that's why we end up being angry about things, because we haven't set up proper boundaries and we're letting things in to our energy field that we need to keep out, okay? So set up the boundaries, okay? Be a little bit more independent. I'm feeling like the anger has come maybe for some of you because you feel like you're doing too much for somebody else. So that's where the boundaries are needed. When we give too much, we have nothing for ourselves, right? We need to be filled back up with that healing, right? That Raphael can provide us, or meditation, just being in quiet, right? But we need to let that anger go. If you don't like the analogy of seeing a fire that a dragon is stomping out, you can see the analogy of cutting a cord to a balloon and the balloon is floating away. Picture that you're writing whatever it is that you're angry about on the balloon, and then just let it go. Just let it go. There are many ways. Wish paper. There are many, many ways. Write it on a piece of paper and burn it in an ashtray, or, somewhere safely, of course. But whatever it is that you're feeling angry about, you need to get that into check, okay? All right, let's see what we have. 8 of Pentacles. Working for the work's sake. The Chariot. Wow, that came up in the last reading too. Maybe being pulled in 2 different directions. The 3 of Wands. That's a choice card. The 5 of Wands. That's a disagreement, or practice card, the Page of Swords. Wow, some of the same cards that came out in the other reading. So funny, but I just talked about this. Sometimes as a collective, we're experiencing some of the same things. Two of Swords, that choice. Wow. I just did another reading where the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords came out. Okay, so pile 2, dragon pile, let's take this one by one. Eight of Pentacles. Working very diligently on one thing, focusing in on one thing. You've made and created all these other things. You're working on these things. Your head is down. You're not noticing anything, like the beauty of the birds and the fruit tree, the bird bath, the birds there, the kitty cat. You're so focused on your work that you are missing out on the other things in life, is the message. And then the Chariot. Okay, Chariot can represent Cancer, but this is also a victory card. And you can see that those horses are not quite in sync. Sometimes with the Chariot, we feel like we're pulled in two different directions. We don't know what to do or which way to turn. We have to make a choice about that, okay? So choice seems to be a big theme in pile 2, because the next card is the Three of Wands. Threes are creation, collaboration, the Holy Trinity, the mind, body, spirit. But you can see there he's holding on to one wand and the other two are planted. My guides have always given to me that this card is also about choice. You see how he's looking out into the harbor where those ships are? He needs to make a choice of what he's going to do next, okay? You have the choice of destroying your anger, getting healed, and setting your boundaries, right? You also have the choice not to be a workaholic, right? And choice, choice, choice. All right. Next card is the Five of Wands. This is light conflict, light debate. This is like people getting together for a discussion. All right, so maybe out of this is where the anger comes in. We cannot force other people to think the way that we think. We can give our opinion, we can have a discussion about it, but everybody's on their own path, okay? So it is not healthy to try to make somebody think the way that we think. I don't know why they're giving me that scenario right now. I don't know why the dragons are giving me that, but that's what they're giving me. You know, you have to make that choice, right, to accept that everybody is different. You can still have a friend that thinks differently from you. Different political opinions, different opinions about love, marriage, raising kids, whatever it may be, different work ethic. We can still be friends. We don't have to agree on every single thing in order to be friends. So burning that anger away, whatever that anger is that's coming out of, it could be out of this conflict, right? But fives are change, okay? So something needs to change. Decision, choice, decision, and then choice, decision. This is the Page of Swords. One sword usually means truth, okay? So you need to be truthful about what are you really angry about. That's what they're giving me. Ask yourself, what is it that you're actually angry about? Because sometimes when I feel anger, I end up being angry at myself. I mean, I say, well, I'm really angry because I said this or did this or thought this, right? I'm not really angry at my job or my money or my whatever it may be. It's really me and my actions, okay? So pages are novices, beginners, innocent, just starting out. It's sometimes can be a new beginning. And I am hearing that in this particular reading, the Page of Swords, you need to see that as a new beginning, making the choice to be different, making the choice not to be an angry person, making a choice to be more accepting, less judgmental, but setting up the boundaries so that that doesn't happen. The last card out is the Two of Swords. This is another choice card. She's blindfolded. She has two swords, so she has two choices, but she can't see them clearly. She needs to take the blindfold off so she can actually see what the choice is, right? And that ties right in with this Eight of Pentacles, where you're just too focused on one thing. You're not seeing what's around you so that you can make an informed choice, right? You need to take a break, stop, take a breath, look at what's around you to make the right choice, okay? So that, yeah, definitely, everything is pointing to that. Everything is pointing to making a choice not to be angry. Unfortunately, I mean, that's what I'm hearing. What I'm hearing is anger is a choice. You have the choice to let things roll off your back like a duck, right? You have that choice. Okay, so whoever picked the dragon pile, I feel as if there's something that's like a bee in your bonnet, a rock in your craw. There's something going on. Oh boy. You got cat twice. That's so cool. Cat, independent. Cat, independence. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Okay, so maybe some of you are feeling pressed into the anger or pressed into something that you're feeling or thinking, but you're feeling like, well, this is the way that I should feel, but on the inside you don't really feel that way. Okay, boundaries. Be independent of that, right? Forge your own path. Make your own decisions, right? See the bigger picture. Look up from your work. Be truthful and honest. Okay, I hope that this has helped. I would love it if you would give it a like, a share, drop an emoji. Let me know how this affected you or if this has to do with work, love, family. It's a very interesting reading, but do remember to tamp down your anger, okay? Set your boundaries. Make the choices. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.